first time we saw it, a dark mass of buildings huddled on the mountain's shoulder, a place they called Headstone Hill. The town was ablaze with electric light it verged on miraculous. But we noticed how strangely the light flickered and how every shadow grew deeper and more suspicious in its presence. That's where Agent Reeg vanished, so that's where we had to go. It was time for us to face the horror at Headstone Hill.
Howdy and hello to everyone on Twitch. It is time for Deadlands on Monday. I am Marshall JM, and with me is the Posse, Leslie, Ada, Wickers, and Sister May. It is good to see everyone. It is good. Thank you, Pinnacle, for rating us. That's awesome. It is the best Bob timeline, and if you have been watching the Pinnacle channel, you will know what that means. And if you don't, go back and watch the Pinnacle channel. That way, you will. So, we are about to get into it. When we last left off, the Posse did their adventuring in Headstone Hill. They did a lot of investigating. They talked with the Doc, finding out that he was a member of the Twilight Legion and secured some information as well as some healing. They talked with several others, including the Marshal in town. They talked with Agent Reeg's beloved, learned that Reeg mysteriously disappeared. And thank you to always as to Rook for his generous sub-bombing. And they found their way to the house that Agent Reeg had been renting, a house that he claimed had shadows that were growing. Things started to break down in the house. There were animal noises. The piano started playing with no one there. There were things crawling on the ground, leaving large scrapes. There was a small, strange thing in a jar that looked like a tiny homunculus. And most terrifyingly, there were flowers in the garden outside. Leslie and Sister May heard some noises coming from beneath the house. And even though the piano was playing in the parlor, they went down into the kitchen, called everyone in, and Leslie Crane, our huckster extraordinaire, went to open the cellar door only to have it fly open. Shadowy hands grabbed him by the legs and pulled him in, and the door slammed shut. And that is where we are going to pick up tonight. So Leslie, as you thump down the stairs rather painfully, you seem to hit everyone on a new and different painful part of your body. Everything is dark, save for four very thin strands of light that barely illuminate this dirt floor cellar that you've fallen into. You can see dust kind of falling. Every so often there's something that passes between the light as if it's blocking it. And that's when you recognize Leslie. It's not your friends walking on top of the trapdoor. There's something in here passing between the light on this side. So what I need from you is I need a spirit test.
Let me find that.
That is on your character sheet at the top. You have a spirit of a D8, and you are a wild card. So you get your D6 as always. And this is a fear test. It's a fear at -2, which means you need to get at least a 6.
I'm going to spend a Benny on it because I can't. I'm the only one down here, right? I'm the only one down. Well, I'm not the only one down here. I'm the only friendly person.
You are the only friendly person down here.
I'm gonna dig deep, spending a Benny because I need. Oh, and that means I can reroll, right?
You reroll both, yes.
Oh, I have to reroll both. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, so that's a 4. It was better beforehand.
Oh, well, you get to take the better of the 2 rolls.
Oh, thank God, 7.
Okay, there you go. So even with the -2, you are fine. As you kind of scramble back from the wooden stairs, you hit something on your lower back. It feels like a mound in the dirt. And you can hear whispers in the air around you. And the whispers start resolving. One of them, at least, one of the voices starts to resolve. Leslie. Leslie, is that my little babushka?
Oh no.
It's the voice of your mother, Katerina.
It can't be. It cannot be. No, and I'm just going to go ahead and speak in my native language without any kind of obstruction. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to test this spirit for what this might know, because I can't be that addle-brained right now, right? Sounds like mom doesn't know the things mom knows. Okay. So I'm going to ask mom, and I don't know if you're going to know this, but my favorite dish and my favorite drink in the samovar, and I'm just wondering if she's going to be able to interpret this and remember what it would be. And it doesn't matter what it is. I just don't know what you know as a character.
It is, of course, little Leslie. You always favored the finer things in life. Mm-hmm. A good, crisp, cold vodka paired with caviar. And you feel something soft and cold, but slightly reassuring touch your face.
Cold, soft, reassuring.
You smell, you're sure you smell your mother's perfume. Meanwhile, upstairs, the door slams shut, and from the parlor, you hear the first opening notes of Beethoven's 14th Sonata in C minor. Dun, 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 dun. Very slowly, almost dirge-like. What do the three of you at the top of the stairs do?
Try to pull the trapdoor.
All right. You go to lift it up, Ada, just like you would lift up a normal trapdoor, and you get it about a quarter of an inch off the ground, and it slams shut, and you all hear, "No, this one is ours."
Oh, good. Do I hear this?
I'm afraid you're going to have to wait in line. We have dibs. And Wickers is going to walk forward, and he's going to just stop in front of the door. Now, you're going to open this up, or somebody else is going to have a word with you. And it ain't any of us.
Inside, Leslie, it's all right. It's all over. Just lay down like you used to. Lay your head in my lap. I will sing you to sleep. You know the lullaby, the one that you love. And you can feel something. Every so often, it kind of pulls at your hair a little bit with a shushing noise, and you can feel something scraping lightly along your scalp.
Okay, I'm not afraid because, out of character, I've passed my spirit test.
You have passed your spirit test.
Okay, so, but I mean, this is highly unlikely.
It's very unlikely.
If Agent Reed's root cellar and my mother is stroking my hair, I don't think so. She died.
It's
in
hard.
Sitka
She did die in Sitka, yeah.
Yeah. So
we'll be back together shortly.
This is what I'm afraid of, Mother. Now it's not time. I'd like to see through it. I'd like to, I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got a couple of options, Leslie. I'll give you a couple, and you just tell me whatever else you want to do. All right. So,
can I play a game against the devil?
You could play a game against the devil. That is exactly what I was thinking. So here's the thing.
All I want.
When you play with the devil,
yes.
First of all, what you want to do is you're going to want to decide. So first of all, you have to ante up. You have to spend a Benny. That's the first thing you do. The second thing is you tell me what spell you want to use and any power modifiers you want. I would suggest at the very least adding a glow effect to whatever spell you're going to cast, which will give off a soft light that will push back the darkness of the cellar. That increases whatever spell you're doing by 1. So the question is, do you want to increase your spirit, your resolve? Do you want to fire a bolt at your mother? Do you want to use a trinket to create a small candle and light to kind of, maybe a candle made out of the finger of a dead man with a little bit of wax at the top?
I like this, but I wasn't going there. But this is good. Because it's like boost or lower trait, bolt or the
trinket. Yeah.
But
you can add glow to any of these effects. So
yeah,
what would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm feeling reminiscent, and so samovar is like a large like thing that heats up tea and whatnot. It's
Yeah, yeah.
huge. It's like entire family enjoys. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna conjure this thing near me where I would like expect warmth to be, and it's going to be comforting. And I'm hoping that it's going to give me enough resolve. Is this the stat I need to see through it and resist? And
Yeah,
be
yeah.
awesome?
So you want to increase your spirit by summoning this.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
here's how this will work. You are going to boost your strength or your spirit,
Great.
which is normally 2 points. We're adding glow, which puts a third. All right. So here's how this works. You make a gambling roll to start. So everything fades away real quick, Leslie, and as always, you appear at the table, sitting across from the Manitou, who at the very least refers to himself as Mammalian. Sitting there, every time you come, his clothing is either a little bit nicer or a little bit shabbier, depending on how you played the last hand. And he starts shuffling the cards. So, give me a gambling roll.
Okay, gambling. I can find this. Hold on. I will find it myself. D8. Okay, so D8 plus wild card, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am 7. Okay, 7 again.
Okay.
This is lucky. This is lucky.
A 7 allows you to draw 5 cards plus 1 for a success or for succeeding. So you get to draw 6 cards. I'm going to let you shuffle and deal because I trust my players. So Bob draws.
You can hear me shuffling.
I can.
Okay. One more time. So I'm going to able to draw 6 cards, and because of card sharp, high roller, I can draw another
You get
card.
to, so you get 7, and you have to make the best 5 card hand.
Oh man, 1, 2. The best 5 card hand. Good grief.
Right, ace high pair, a pair of jacks or better, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, going all the way up to a straight flush.
All right, what do I compare these to?
Tell me what your best hand is using 5 cards.
That's trip 9s.
Trip 9s is 3 of a card, so that's you generate 6 power points.
Yep.
Slamming his fist on the table, Mammalian goes, "As long as the game continues, Leslie, you will always find yourself back at this table." All right, now you make your spellcasting test.
Okay, and this one is actual spellcasting. Same. Gosh,
This is your actual spellcasting. Yep.
Okay. And so that got okay. So, can I roll? Can I use a Benny after I roll a thing?
Yeah, you always use a Benny after you roll.
Oh, I thought you had to do it
No, no.
beforehand. Okay, so now that we cleared that up, what happens if you roll doubles? Is that not a thing?
You're fine, as long as it's not double ones.
Okay, gotcha. I knew there was a double something in there somewhere. Yeah.
What's your
That
best
is a
roll?
4.
4 is what
4.
you need.
Yeah.
All
okay.
right, so here's how this works. You don't spend any of your own power. And Bob, don't forget, when you deal with the devil, it doesn't necessarily have to be a spell you know. You can ask the devil for any spell in the book.
Really?
Yeah. Devil's always willing to deal.
Is the okay?
All
So is there? I don't know what that. Okay, go on.
Well, I got you. You slam, you conjure the image of the tea set. It's roiling. The heat has heated the bottom of the ceramic, giving it a kind of a cherry glow that casts everything back in stark relief. The image, so your spirit is now a D10.
Yeah.
Give me your spirit test. You see your mother briefly, standing before you, her arms out.
10.
Remember,
10.
So, all right, so you're at 20.
Oh.
Keep rolling. If
Do I
it's-
just keep going?
If it
Okay.
keeps acing, you keep rolling.
Okay, 21.
All right.
How can that be?
So things I was not expecting. All right. So the light from the tea. What did you call it?
It's a samovar.
The samovar
Yeah.
fills you with not just light and hope, but with the remembrance of Katerina as she was in life.
Hmm.
And as you blow past this illusion, you can see it's not entirely an illusion. There's at least something, some spark. Maybe it's the image that was within you, or resonating off the side of this with this spell. And you can see your mother. You can see two shadowy figures kind of set onto the back of a third that has taken this visage of your beloved departed mother. And for a brief second, the eyes flare white, and she says, "Do not only seek in the cellar. Find the bedroom. He hid other things there." And then she disappears, and you can see there are 5 of these shadowy figures here. Now, the 3 of you all see a bright white light come out through the cellar door, and the door kind of kicks up about 6 inches and slams to the ground. We're going to draw some initiative cards. Bob, as the person who's in here, tell me when to stop.
Now,
Okay, you want me to cut or take the top?
take the top.
All right, top going
I
to
like
you
it.
or top going to the shadows?
Top going to the shadows.
All right,
I like it.
the shadows are going up a 3 of spades.
Okay.
Leslie, my jack of diamonds. Ada, 2 of spades.
Mm,
Ace of clubs for the dead man walking. And 6 of spades for Sister May. So the way this will work is Wickers will go first. Then
All right.
then Leslie, then Sister May, then the shadows, and then Ada. So Wickers, the door seems clear. What do you do?
He's gonna kick it up. He's gonna pull his knife, flip it, and hold out the hilt towards Sister May and go, "Oil that for me, would you?" And then he's gonna dash down after he just kind of hands it to her, and he reaches
that
behind.
kind of oil.
All right, Wickers, you throw the door open. You can see the stairs going down. You leap down them. You can see Leslie has his back to some large mound kind of on the ground. Not large enough for a body, but something has definitely been dug up there. And you can see 5 shadowy figures. Claws all about. One of them a little bit stunned. What do you do?
Well, what I'm told to do. Introduce them to a good friend named Led. So, I'm gonna do me some shooting.
Shoot roll.
Yeah, world history, cellar door. Also, I believe one of Tolkien's favorite words. Not that we're in a Tolkien-esque setting, but he loved Keller door as as just the way it came off of his.
All right,
Tongue.
so I got a 4 on my normal shooting die, and
All right.
this is with the Thunderer
Okay.
specifically because he shoots offhand first.
Yep.
Technically, but so that is 2d6 straight.
All right.
It has no modifiers to it because it is what it is. That is 7 points of damage.
All right. With 7 points of damage, you definitely shook the first one. It kind of is startled both by the noise and by the bullet passing through it.
Well, then that one's once again going to get a. For the other hand, and I'm aware of the -2 to this for multi-fire, but
Go for
they
it.
gave me 2 guns.
I was born with 2 guns.
That is. I am going to spend a Benny. Reroll. That's an 8 on the shoot die, so I will roll that again. Does a 14 do the trick?
So normally it would. Wickers, you fire your first shot and the Thunderer goes off with a loud snap, crack, and the smell of cordite fills the air. The second shot, you aim even perfectly, knowing you're going to catch this thing right between its sulfurous eyes. But that bullet passes right through it and takes a chunk of wood out of one of the support beams that was behind it. does not seem to have had any effect. Leslie.
Oh my. All right. Well, I see this exchange. And does nothing. I mean, maybe it's magic time. Maybe I'm gonna bolt this thing. I imagine armor piercing wouldn't be something to push it with, but
No, but you could always other things you could do lingering damage, in which case on the victim's next turn it suffers the base damage minus 1 die. So 1 die type, so if you did 2d6 damage, it would drop to 2d4 at the start of the next turn. You could also, if you want, you could increase the strength of the bolt from 2d6 to 3d6.
Yeah, I mean, if it can be damaged at all, I might as well swing for the fences.
All right, so you're not. So that will cost you 3 power points
Okay.
to do the increased damage. And if you hit an 8 with this, you'll do an extra d6 of damage.
Ooh, baby. And this is my spell casting again.
This is your spell casting, yes.
Okay. All right. Oop. I grabbed the D10. That would be unfair. Okay. 8. Oh, 8. 8.
8?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm gonna explode. So I'm gonna. Okay. So 10 total.
10 total. All right, Leslie, that is 4d6 of damage. Go ahead and give me the roll.
I only have 1 D6 right now. 11, 15. How in the heck am I rolling right now? This is pretty good for me.
We are in the Best Bob timeline, as
Yeah,
Chris
that's true.
pointed out. Yeah. All right. So 15
Yes.
exceeds their toughness by 11. So, Leslie, what is it? What does your bolt look like? What is this intense, like,
Right.
supercharged bolt that you are doing look like? And what does it look like when it destroys one of these shadows?
The supercharged bolt that flies from my deck of cards at this point is going to look like a massive. It's a crucifix, because anytime I feel like I'm fighting anything demonic or shadow or whatever, it's got to be light. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I'm a good Catholic. I keep saying I'm a good Catholic. I'm not a good Catholic. I'm a good Orthodox boy. So it's going to have to. This is what's going to just blast right through. Imagine just like a column of crucifix. That's
All right.
Weird. But yeah, that's what's going.
Wickers, you can see the cross. It's a 3-bar cross that kind of appears out and just passes through this thing, reducing it to 2, 4, 6, 8 different wisps of shadows that are then, it lets go with a scream, and you feel something inside you kind of reviles what just happened. It shouldn't be this way. It wants to be let out to even the score. Sister May, you are up.
Goodness. Is question first, is my holy symbol still in effect, or does that go away at the end of a session?
We're going to say that it's still in effect for you at this point.
Okay. Then at this point I would proceed down the stairs to assist.
All right, both Wickers and Sister May, I do need a spirit roll at -2 from you, as you see these servants of darkness and evil.
Cool.
Have another Benny, buddy. Never mind.
What'd you get?
That's it. In accordance with the -2,
Yes. A
a
0?
whole lot of nothing.
Oh, buddy. All right,
Can
hold on.
only be bad news for everybody. I'll find a new character.
No. Don't worry about that. Pulling up my notes. My additional notes. All right, both 1s die, so you are fine. And then... I put my note in for where this is at. Case, did you make it, Sister May?
I got a 4, and you said that was base, right, for success?
Well, did you take the -2 to that?
Yeah, I got a 6 naturally.
Okay, then you are fine. Denier Born, you get a Benny in the chat that you can spend on either the heroes or the NPCs because the power of Benny compels you. Just warmed my heart. All right.
I'm surprised that the holy symbol doesn't give me bonuses to spirit, honestly.
All right, so you get to roll on the fear table, my friend, and add 2 to it, Wickers. Roll a d20.
Oh, finally get to use that one.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea we used.
I don't
20.
like it. And add 2, 6.
6. All right, you are distracted until the end of your next turn by the creature. The whispering of the Manitou in your own system, your own soul, and the fact that you are you kind of came down and fired your guns, and that second gun did nothing. It just throws you off. All right, Sister May, sorry about that. What are you doing?
You said that the crucifix cast the spirits away from Leslie. Are they still in evidence, or does it just look like everybody's freaked out in a cellar?
No, you can see these creatures moving about. They are shadowy creatures that do not seem to... they have substance, they have essence, but they are of the essence of darkness and evil. You can even see Leslie seems to take a step back from such creatures. So, with your holy symbol... Do you have your holy symbol pulled up? There we go. Once invoked, any supernatural creature that wants to make a direct attack on you must make a spirit roll as a free action. So.
At -2, right?
Yes. They have not chosen to attack you just yet.
Right. So I think that the blessed are meant to be like support people, right?
If you wish him to be, how do you want to do this?
Well, I don't have a gun, and so at this point, probably my best bet is to help the people that can fight off these things by bolstering them up. So maybe I should boost.
That would definitely work. Or, if you want, you could smite them.
With what?
The power of faith.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you don't
I love
actually...
fighting.
You could cast smite on Wicker's guns.
Oh
Oh,
wait, I don't get what smite is then.
Neither do I. I thought it was something else completely.
This power cast on a weapon of some sort. If it's a ranged weapon, it affects exactly 1 magazine, 20 bolt shells, or 1 full load of ammunition. While the spell's power is in effect, the damage is increased by 2, or +4 with the raise. JD, also, if you would like, you could cast it with 3 power points and include Ada in your blessing. And you do have a knife.
It's true.
that's true. Okay, so if I cast smite on Wither's guns, is that what you're...
Wicker's gun.
Wicker's guns, and also on my ruler
Sure.
at the same time, and then I can go and smite them with my yardstick of smiting. I'm so excited about this.
All right, I need a faith roll from you, Sister May. You're looking.
Okay.
You're going to spend 3 power points. You're going to cast it. I'm going to give you a freebie on this one. Wickers, which gun do you want her to cast this blessing on?
My frontiers.
There you go.
It's a spirit, right?
It is. Well, it is a faith test. So you have a
Right.
D8 in faith.
7.
7. All right, not good enough to get a raise, but definitely enough to give Wicker's Frontier 2 points of extra damage, and your ruler also. How does this look? Is it glowing with sort of a holy and calming light? Is it okay?
Well, calming to me in
Well,
the
yeah.
way that it makes my eyes light up with a glee that then also picks up the light and casts it out as it shines as it...
Awesome. And Ian, yes, I will
Actually,
allow you
wait.
to you can have a Benny for watching Benny Hill. All right. So May, Wickers, your gun is glowing, and there is something that like you kind of hold the other one kind of out a bit. There's something in you that does not like it. It is now the Shadow's turn, and they come leaping in, frenzied and ready for blood. So, Ada, you have not gone yet, so you are technically safe from all of this. All right. Two of them leap at you, Wickers. They know what you are.
At me.
Let's see here. Wickers, you have a parry of 5. So only one of them manages. Oh, the first one comes at you with both of its claws. One of them misses. The second one catches you on the side of the face. The other one misses completely, passing through you and kind of in midair, just its body, its eyes just sort of shift through its form, and it looks like it's ready to leap again. So, Wickers, the way this works, just because it's the first time doing this, again, Wickers, your toughness is 8. So I'm going to roll my damage dice. If I get less than your toughness, up to a +3, so between 8 and 11, you will be shaken. If I get over 4, you're wounded and shaken. And I got... That die is gone forever. I got exactly an 8. So, sir, you are shaken. The other one comes in to attack Sister May. Sister May, unfortunately... Oh, no, your parry's 5 as well.
Plus they have a night -2.
Oh, I have to make that spirit roll to attack you, don't I?
Also that.
Awesome. Well done, Sister May. And it's at -2, so I got to get a 6 or higher on a D10. And I got a 1. That one does nothing. The last one is shaken. 2 attacked Wickers. 1 attacked Sister May. The last one is coming for you, Leslie. The one that looked like your mother.
No.
I got... So the good news is one of them misses you. The other one definitely hits you. Drawing a line of the same cheek that it caressed is now just trying to shred away the flesh. And I got a 10. Your toughness is 5. So that is hit. So that is a wound, Bob, and you are shaken. So...
Okay. What does shaken mean again?
So, so a wound, by the way, you take a -1 to everything you do
Love
when
it.
you are wounded. What shaken does is, let me pull this up and read it out loud, because this will be the first time you guys are dealing with it. On page 90. All right, so when you get hit and you are shaken, shaken means you are nicked, bruised, or otherwise rattled. You may only take free actions, such as moving. At the start of your turn, you get to make a spirit roll as a free action. If you fail, you remain shaken. If you succeed, you are no longer shaken and may act normally. Now, I will say in Wicker's case, if you are shaken again, you automatically take a wound, right? 2 shakens equals a wound, essentially. Oh, man, the chat is on fire. Don't make fun of my mother. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint. That is definitely worth... was looking for that die. We're going to let it go, and I'll find it later. That is worth a Benny, because that is... I can hear it in my head.
I feel like Ian needs one, too, with his...
Ian can have a second one.
comment.
Wickers is shaken, not stirred. All right, Ada, there's a lot of noise going on. There's some praying, some howling. some stuff in Russian that you didn't understand, but it is now your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay.
In English, you can.
I am the only one who does not have the magical power of bringing light with me.
That is true, but there's a lot of light in the basement coming up from it.
Yeah, okay. Is there a lantern?
There's a
nearby?
You could pause and light a lantern, yeah.
If I gave you a penny, could there be a lantern?
No, there's definitely one. Leslie brought it out of the study, and it was lit. Sister May lit it, so there is a lantern on the floor. You should probably pick that up before the GM decides that the house is on fire.
Hey, go team.
That's step 3. Come on, step 3.
Profit.
Yeah, the lantern and I go downstairs.
All right, at this point, between Leslie's teapot, Sister May, and Wicker's gun, and the lantern, most of this place is cast into bright relief. And you can see that the creatures are, they seem a little bit more ethereal than they did before. They seem very agitated. They're hissing. They're all whispering. You can hear the whispers, and the whispers around you, except to Wickers, who hears nothing. They are the whispers of the torments, the exquisite poetry that will be visited on your flesh should you die here. They will drag you to the hunting grounds, where they will tear you apart, put you back together every day for this violation.
Violation of their... what else can I
I've
see?
had this nightmare for the past 20 years. Y'all got nothing.
What did you ask, Ada?
What else can I see other than shadows?
All right, so first of all, Wickers, you get a Benny for that one.
Yes!
So, in addition to what you saw before, you can see... All right, so first of all, it definitely smells like before. Rotted fish, the animal musk, and some fresh pine. You can also see this small mound of dirt that Leslie's... there's this glowing, weird tea service, a Russian tea service. And sitting next to it, there's this... it looks almost like a grave, except it's way too small. It looks like something was buried under here.
Okay.
And Ada, if you don't know what to do, I would also allow you to give me a notice roll if you would like to use that as your action.
No, I want to go disturb the grave.
Okay. Ada, you go up there and you just start kicking at this thing, and the dirt is actually fairly loose packed. It gives you are you kicking at it? Are you digging at it with your hands? What's going on?
Yeah, hands and feet.
Hands and feet.
What could possibly go wrong?
You know, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
You dig deep, and as you pull back 2 handfuls of dirt, suddenly your fingers hit something hard. As you kind of pull it away, you can see a large lump of ghost rock that continues to disappear down beneath. There is a massive, it looks like a large piece of ghost rock, and you remember hearing about the Headstone nugget and how it disappeared. All right, top of the round. We're going to start with Ada next and go around. Actually, we'll start with Ada. Ada, 7 of diamonds. Wickers, 4 of clubs. Sister May, ace of diamonds.
Nice.
Leslie, king of hearts. And the king of diamonds to the shadows. So, that still means that Sister May, with the ace of diamonds, a cutting and keen insight to act first and dive right into the fight, you are up first.
Bring the spirits back where they came from.
Okay?
So I do that.
Well, you have a blessed ruler.
Yes.
In the words of Jim Carrey, smite them.
Yeah.
Almighty smiter!
I don't stand for blasphemy,
Okay.
but that one did make me laugh.
Is Is this a parry or fighting?
This will be a fighting roll.
Okay, that'll be a 6.
Okay.
And that will be a 7.
A 6. So you got a total of 7.
Yes.
All right. And let's put this at. We're going to say
+2, right?
Well, it's your strength plus a D4 plus 2. So go ahead and roll it. And you got a raise, so go ahead.
3.
On both, so a total of 3.
Oh, wait. What do you mean on both? Do I also roll the wild die?
No. So you should have rolled your strength die plus a D8 plus 2.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine. And because you did get a raise, you get a extra D6 on damage. So strength D4, D8 plus 2, and remember everyone, damage dice ace as well.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, now I just.
And then you add those all together?
Add those all together.
Okay. 12.
A 12 is plus 6. So, Sister May, what does it look like when you hit one of these things with your ruler?
I come, smacking at it with just giggles. So many giggles. And it goes flying down to where it belongs and should not ever leave again.
All right. Summoning the power of Christ to compel it to go back to the realm from whence it came. The other three look very unsettled, especially the one who is currently shaken, which is the one that Wicker shot. However, before they get to go, our King of Hearts, the one who had to face his mother, the ghost of his mother, a dead love, taken too soon, but one day you are promised to be reunited bodily in the next world. Leslie, you're up.
Okay, so I may have missed it. I get an action, right?
Mhm.
Like, what's the action economy in a round? I just read murder hobos in this.
It's like, well, in a
And it's
murder,
like-
technically, it goes to the aggressor, as far as I understand how that works.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so Leslie, in Savage Worlds, you get everything that you normally get. You get a move and a free action and a standard action. However, you may take multiple actions by taking a penalty to the next action. So essentially, if you want to, you can perform up to 3 actions on your turn. Each additional action beyond the first is a -2 to all of the actions. So taking 2 actions is a -2 to both die rolls. Taking 3 actions is a -4 to all die rolls. You get your wild card die on each action. You just take a penalty to that.
Oh man. Wow.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
Ian gave you a Benny.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that. I just saw that come right through. I'm like, yes, you're my guy. All right. But I can't do the thing where I enhance somebody else's weapon, right? I don't get.
No,
sniped.
you don't. I mean
Unless
Bob,
I want to.
unless you want to deal with the devil.
Yeah. Can I do that in the middle of a fight? Just slip in momentarily.
You got to spend a
Switch
Benny to do
open
it,
the door?
but yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I get 7 cards again. No.
Well,
And
you roll a
then-
gambling. So first you spend your Benny.
Ah.
Back again, Leslie.
The 1 Benny. Yeah. Thank you. Ian.
Excellent. What can I do for you today?
This is where we make deal to put holy fire on friends' bullets. This happens now because I am on the roll, and you are on the roll.
Of course, my friend. You always have the hot hand until you don't. So you would like to take, you would like the smite.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
want smite on the 2 guns that normally don't have that, right? I mean, like.
Yeah. So like Ada's weapon and the other weapon, Wicker's other.
Yep.
All right.
And then, but that's a gambling roll, correct? Oh.
Yeah. So the first thing you do is you spend your Benny. You've chosen your power, which, by the way, for you will cost you 3 power points. 2 to cast smite on one weapon, extra point to cast it on another one. Now you remember, you don't spend these. These all have to be generated from the deal with the devil. Now you make your
Oh, I thought
gambling
we
roll.
had a pool of those.
No, you do have a pool, but when you make a deal with the devil, you get the power from the devil. You don't take the power from yourself.
Gotcha.
All right, so go ahead and make your gambling test. I'm
Right.
so glad we're using this. This is my favorite part of Deadlands, like hands down. It's the coolest part of the game.
Okay, I got a 6, but I also got a 6. So that's gonna the wild die is gonna explode.
Yep.
And I got a 6. I should get a candle.
No, man, we trust you.
Keep rolling.
All right, so you're at a 12 on your wild die.
Okay, 16 total.
All right, so Bob, you will get 5 plus 1 for your success, plus 1 for your raise, plus 1 for your talent. So you get 8 cards. What's the best hand you got?
Man, 8 cards. Okay. Feels silly doing this in the middle of combat, but if we step into
You, Sister May, you clearly see Wicker's or Leslie's eyes roll back into his head, and he's sort of murmuring under his breath. Wickers, you feel a connection there. There's something going on between Leslie and you. Ada, you're just waiting to shoot someone.
best I could do is a pair of kings.
Hey, a pair of kings is jacks or better, which is 4 power points. So if you ever don't generate enough power points, you take a penalty to your roll. All right, Bob, you get to make your spellcasting test.
Okay, so now I spellcast again. Okay, can do this. 4. That's a success.
4 is a success. That's what you needed. Wickers, the Thunderer, lights up with, well, in honor of the best Bob timeline, with green fire that flows from the bullets towards the gun, like the gun over here on the screen. Ada, your rifle, the same thing happens, and Wickers just or Leslie drops his head, and I assume gives a very charming grin.
Yeah, if I can.
Oh, of course. It's a free action to smile in the face of death. Do I get a penny for that one? It is now the Shadow's turn. Shaken Shadow sadly does not break its shaken. Pisses me off. So the other ones are coming in.
Hold on. You know what? We got to go way back.
Was I supposed to give you a spirit roll, JM?
Oh, you are
I
supposed
never
to
did
give
my.
me. You did give me your spirit roll, Leslie. That was the first thing you did when you came down the stairs.
But I just got wounded.
Oh, you're
all.
shaken. Yeah, you got to give me your spirit roll. Remember, it's a D10. And you get a
Yeah.
wild die. Oh. Bob, a Benny for being honest.
Oh, I might need it, right? 7.
All right, you're fine. Ada, what'd you get on your spirit check?
I had a 7 as well.
All right. So, Sister May, this one is ruthless and it's mean. And it's pissed that it didn't get to attack you last turn. It got a 10 on its spirit roll this turn. So a 12 total with the -2 at 10. It's coming right for you. It's... I'm going to spend one of my bennies to re-roll that because I didn't like that. I want to put the fear of the darkness in you. So I got an 8, which is not good enough to get an extra die of damage, but it is good enough to hit you. So one of the claws hits you, Sister May, and you are shaken. Kind of startled, step back. The other one coming right at Wickers. Let's hear it for bennies that the GM has. Missing you, Wickers. All
I'm
right.
the scariest thing in this basement. And they
You
best recognize it.
might indeed be the scariest thing in this basement. Ada, you had the 7 of diamonds, yes?
I did.
All right, Ada. Like 7 shining stars, why don't you lay down some lead here?
Yeah. Which is let's see.
So there's a shaken one that's staring intently at Leslie with hate in its heart, if it had a heart. There are 2 others. If you would like to, you could try and shoot all 3. You would take a -4 to each shot,
You can do it.
but you would get your wild card die on each. Or if you wanted to take 2 shots, you would roll twice, taking a -2 to each set of rolls.
I will shoot the shaken one and also the other one that's attacking Leslie.
All
No,
right.
the one that attacks Sister May. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So give me your shooting test with your wild card die. First one is at -2. Second one also at -2. And these guys have a parry of 6.
I'm just really not enthused by any of this, but I had a 6, so not good enough.
No, a 6 will hit.
Okay.
And then did you roll your second set for the other one?
Oh. That one explodes. There we go.
There we are.
That one was a 13 minus 2 is 11.
11, which is good enough to get an extra die of damage. So on the first one, Ada, your rifle goes off and will do. Your Winchester 73 does a D8, in this case, a 2D8 plus 1.
Oof.
Green fire coming out of the end of the Winchester.
Damage explodes as well.
Damage does explode as well.
It's a 20.
A bolt of fire accompanying the bullets seems to race out with a little bit of sulfurous and brimstony stench, and the shaken one,
Disappears.
Ada, you rack it, fire again, you hit with a raise, you do 2d8 plus 1 plus a d6. One of the great things about Savage Worlds is it has a ton of dice, and the dice explode. So there's never a time in combat where you don't feel awesome rolling all of the damage.
14.
14. Ada, the one in front of Sister May, as well. The last one looks fearfully at Wickers. But Wickers, it's your turn. You are distracted and you are shaken. So the first thing I need is a spirit roll -2 from you. And then
Actually, it'll come out even because I am a harrowed.
you are a hero.
Harrowed get +2 to recover.
I
on
was
the spirit
just
roll
about
for
to
being
say that.
shaken.
Go for it. So you get a straight spirit roll, and your shots will be at -2 in addition to anything else that you have.
12
All right, you are not shaken, sir. Go for it.
comes out of it. Looks at which is the last one that's up right now.
It's the one that attacked you. It kind of came through you again, and you turned around tracking this thing.
I just kind of slowly, malevolently, with these two revolvers at my held slightly off to the sides, like some damned angel of death, and I just put them right up against the temples, like this, and get lost.
All right. Give me 2 rolls, each at a -4. 2 for distracted, 2 for multi-shot.
Nice. Well, with the smite on the guns,
That adds
the,
to damage.
One of them. Oh, that's for damage.
Yeah, that's +2 to the damage.
I thought that was for.
Unless you just want to take one shot and get it under its chin. Under its chin and pull. It's your choice.
I'll do one shot.
All right, go for it. -2.
Stick the frontier underneath there.
All right.
All right. So -4. Hot diggity daffodil. That's explode. Okay, so that's 20 -4, 16.
That
It's minus.
Oh.
Yeah, -2, but still, you hit and you get the extra d6 of damage. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, so that's a buttload of dice.
The frontier is 2d6 plus 3 with the smite, so 3d6 plus 3.
All right. So that's 16.
All right, it gets lost. The last of the shadows disappear. You are bathed in the light from multiple directions, including a faint sickly glow from the hole that then quickly fades. Ada, do you keep digging this thing up?
I mean, I say, I think we found the lost ghost rock nugget.
Okay, so this is
Holy
less than
hell.
charming. We came down here for a giant glowing rock that Reek thought was important. Where did these shadows come from? What is this from the rock? If this is from rock, I don't want rock.
Well, you know what, Bob? It's a funny thing you asked that. You, sir, are a huckster. Why don't you
Okay.
give me an occult roll?
Ooh. I haven't rolled this yet. I don't know what it is. Occult. Okay, so that's a D4. Just a straight up D4 plus my wild. Is there ever a case where I would not roll the wild die?
There is not. You
Okay.
are a wild card. You always roll the wild die.
That's a 2. That's a 2.
You want to spend a penny?
I have no more.
Anybody in chat want to donate a penny?
Oh,
Otherwise,
wait, I do have a Betty.
Oh,
I do
go
have
for
a Betty. It was the dark one. See, I have 2 of them that are lighter colors, and this one just blended in with my pathetically dark desk. Okay, so rolling both dice again. Okay, a 5. 5.
All right. So here's the thing. You know Ghost Rock.
Oh, I
There's
do.
a reason why when it burns, it wails with the souls of the damned. It has occult, some would even say dark magical properties. One this big, you would guess that it's sort of a sinkhole of evil, a lodestone, if you will, drawing spirits from the hunting grounds and bringing them to this side. It's probably why Rieg, for the longest time, was claiming that he saw shadows and things haunting the house. So he brought this thing here. You guys all remember from the newspaper articles that this thing is just north of 66.5 pounds of pure ghost rock. Just shy north.
Just shy north?
Yeah. Just more, if you will.
Just, it is.
Yeah.
A hair's breadth.
Hair's breadth.
Okay,
Nice.
so was Reed not looking for this ghost rock?
Do you think he was hiding it? I think it's impossible to miss the shadows and dead mother, and so
As you
this
say that,
place-
Leslie, you remember what your mother said. Not just the cellar,
that's
the
right.
bedroom.
Ooh, I have clue to the bedroom.
Oh.
Bring that. so I'm just, I don't know if we can wrap that thing up or whatever my knowledge would allow me to do.
Leave
Something
it.
We can touch.
I cover it back over.
Here's the thing,
So-
66.5 pounds of ghost rock is a heavy rock. And one, it's gone missing, so people in the town are looking for it. Two, there's a reason why Heaston Hill has a bunch of prospectors. They're not looking for gold in the hills. They're looking for ghost rock. This is a small fortune worth of ghost rock. Enough to look around at the other 3 members of your posse. Anyone would kill.
So
I mean, sure, but
bring it with us.
No,
Under-
leave it. And
I say
I'm gonna
we put
guess-
this to vote.
I am gonna take a moment. During the course of their discussing the ghost rock and should we take it out and all that, I would think that the proximity of this thing would be
Mhm.
causing Aswasit to start absolutely flailing at the bonds.
There's a reason why your Manitou has been acting the way it has since you stepped in the basement.
And he's twitching and trying to get it to shut up, and he looks to the sister and says, "Your crucifix or oil on it. Sign of the cross. Bury it."
Are you staying down here or are you heading out of the cellar? Wickers.
Wickers is making like a ghost and getting upstairs and heading for the outside to get himself as far away from this thing as possible. He
All
cannot
right.
trust himself.
Wickers, the piano is strangely silent. You thump up the stairs. You step back out into the front. The smell of flowers hits you almost immediately. The sun is out. Clouds have sort of parted. Kind of feel like you can, well, as best as you can, breathe.
As he stands there. But,
No, I'll let you. Yeah, we'll come right back to you. Leslie, are you heading up? Ada, what are you doing?
So we'll cover the ghost rock back up, and maybe Sister May can do something for the souls that are stuck in the ghost rock.
I was looking to see if there were any powers that would let me like seal this away, or is this like, does anything stop the signal from the ghost rock, like lead? Like
you could always try and give it a blessing, which I would just allow as a faith roll. See what you get. It wouldn't be permanent, right? There's a reason why in the spring the priests, Orthodox or Catholic, go around to the parishioners and re-bless the house.
Okay, I will definitely do that, but also I wanted to make sure that Leslie was okay and didn't need any healing.
Okay, Leslie, you are wounded. You have the claws like down your face. You're kind of leaking down past your mustache into the collar of your nice white shirt. Sister May, why don't you give me that spell or your faith check to cast
You're on
healing?
mute.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, well, in that case, why don't we just say you healed them? Penalty to the arcane to the skill is the victim's wound, so it's a -1. So a success removes 1 wound. Sister May, do you lay hands? Do you anoint with oil? Do you just pray? How does the healing look for you?
Sister May's go-to is always to clasp the hands,
Okay.
because that is a much safer thing than any, other assumptive touch.
All right. Leslie, you can feel just kind of warmth. The warmth as the hand should have been, kind of touching your cheek. And the wounds sort of staunch. And the flesh. You put your hand there and it's smooth.
You're also muted, Bob.
This whole time, I thought I was hitting the push to talk button because I thought that, and then I took both my hands away from it, and so then no, I'm just gonna unmute myself. So yeah, yes, so thankful. I am loving, I am adoring. This is, but all but the stain in the shirt, perfect. I do adore. Thank you.
Well, I can try and wash that out later if you want.
No, man washes his own
I
clothes.
should try and, put some souls to rest.
All right, so Leslie, you're heading up to the bedroom. Sister May, you're trying to put a blessing over this. Ada, what are you doing?
I'm going with Leslie.
All right.
Last time he went somewhere by himself, see what happened. He released
That's right.
spirits.
All right. Sister May, what'd you get in your faith roll, and what are you doing to sort of consecrate this ground as best as you're able?
Sorry, let's see. I had a 13,
Okay.
and
Damn good.
so I am going to kneel before the stone
Okay.
and pull out my rosary
Okay.
and definitely begin to pray, concentrating on bringing peace to the restless spirits, to freedom for those that have been bound against their will, and all of that.
All right. So I would also assume that a Hail Mary passes from your lips, full of grace, ending with, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us now and in the hour of our death. And you kind of feel, as you cover the ghost rock back up, you don't feel the shadows coming in, although that teapot is gone. Like, you don't know what happened to it. But you can feel as if the light coming down through the cellar door is no longer as bright, or is no longer as dim or as shrouded. There is some level of peace here, but you don't know how long it will last. Leslie, Ada, you walk in, and Leslie, you immediately stub your toe on a loose floorboard, and both of you see it kind of rock a little bit.
Oh, is fortuitous pain. Okay. I will grit teeth. I have had worse. Even 2 minutes ago, I've had worse. So I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, last time I pulled something up, I wound up with dead mother in basement. So I say your turn.
Yeah, fine. You stay ready.
Leslie gets a Benny. And Sister May gets a Benny as well. That was a well done consecration. All right, Ada, you lifting it up?
Yep.
Dust just kind of like as you lift it up, it streams in the air, kind of wafting and dancing in the sunlight coming through the curtain. On top, you can see a child's shoe, shriveled and worn out, but it sits on a large canvas roll. And I would like both of you to give me a common knowledge roll.
Oh, common knowledge. That's new.
So remember, one of the reasons I do this is because your characters know far more about Deadlands than you as players do. So I will suggest rolls for you. If you ever want to know something, common knowledge is probably your best case. What is going on here?
Got it. I got a 5.
Ada, what'd you get?
A 3 probably doesn't do anything for
Nope,
me.
you got to get to a 4. But Leslie, you are familiar with this, right? It's you've heard about it. Putting a child's shoe on something is supposed to bring good luck, peaceful dreams, ward away evil.
It's not working. So we take it as this is meant to be. This is meant to be. So, is it wrapping something? This
Yeah, you
roll
pick up the
or-
canvas wrap.
Hmm.
When you set it on the bed and unroll it, you find, first of all, it's a tailored black suit,
Oh.
like a suit that
Does it
an agent
fit?
may wear.
Oh.
And as you unroll it, you can see there's a bit of metal catches your eye. There is a large, shiny agent's badge. It says number 682, and an odd-looking barrel-shaped key that, to your knowledge, fits nothing in the house.
Barrel-shaped key. Making notes. Barrel-shaped key.
Leslie and Ada, you hear someone call to Wickers outside. But before that happens, Wickers, as you stand in the sunlight, kind of working your Manitou back into submission, what are you doing while you're out here?
He had noticed the flowers,
Hmm.
and he had thought that fairly peculiar for a prospector to keep a garden. So he's looking at these flowers. What kind of flowers are they?
Well, they seem to be colorful wildflowers, but I'd like you to give me a notice roll.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay. That is a 5.
All right. So as you kind of look in there, you can see that there's something that's not quite right. There's flowers in there there's something crawling up the trellis that's not quite. It's a weird, almost tree-like growth. It's got pale bark and oval leaves and strange bulbous seed pods. If you want to try and figure out what it is, I need a common knowledge roll from you.
All right. Oh boy.
At -2.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Oh my god. I'm currently sitting at, that was 4 rolls. Currently sitting at 16. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
All right.
All right. I'm finally done rolling that.
So-
Apparently herbology was one of the things he knew about. 15.
Well, this is a unique tree to the area. You can see it's an aspen seedling, but you've never seen one with seed pods like this that are covered with fine filament-like hairs or that twitch as you watch. However, before you can do anything else, you hear someone call out. Young man in riding leathers, vest, and he morning, stranger. Name's Maxim.
It is.
Maxim Heaston. Now, my father, Jerem, heard that you were looking to talk with him.
slowly
He would-
walks over to this young man and stands as uncomfortably close as he can.
Maxim doesn't seem to flinch. He kind of looks up at you. He is not 6'4". Says, "The old man would like to say howdy to the new folks in town over at his office on Main Street. Did you hear gunfire? Is that just thunder in the
Loose
hills?"
floorboards.
Did you know? He kind of stretches and sets his hands on his hips. Carrying iron in Heaston. If you're not one of my old man's boys, carries with it hefty tax.
And what would that be?
Well, a fine. We would have to confiscate any such illegal shooting irons. Now,
So you're telling me that any irons that I carry are illegal?
oh, illegal.
No, that is what I tried to say.
Yeah, no, that's he was enunciating. Illegal, yes, sir. And before you and Leslie, you and Ada can hear this from the window. Now, before any of us makes any sort of decisions we may regret, I would just like you to take a notice of my good fellow Charles. And he points across the street, and you can see there is a guy up there with a rifle that looks an awful lot like Ada's, and he's got a bead on you. Now, no one in this town leaves the old man waiting, so why don't you go back in that house and get your friends? Let's go have a talk. After all, you are the one who said you would like to work for him.
Oh, that's right. You set up a job interview. Jeez.
He lets fly a stream of brown juice that kind of hits just to the left of Wickers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hold on, I have to look at my character card.
Big concern that we're going to leave behind this small fortune and a very dangerous stone.
Nobody comes to creepy house.
We just did, and so did this guy.
He did not step foot on the property.
Hmm.
He's out at the front gate, based on what I've just heard.
Is that a
So,
Yeah, he's standing. He was
Oh.
standing outside the fence, and you came to him.
Hmm.
I'll go back inside real quick while you ponder there, Wickers.
please.
May, you have come up. Leslie and Ada, you are looking down at this whole thing, probably convinced that violence is imminent on one side or the other.
Right. I guess we have to go. I mean, right? I mean, shoot. Where is Sister May?
She's
Are you out together?
she's now down at the base of the stairs.
Hmm. Okay. Must we go talk with Rude Man and Rude Man's boy?
Well, how badly do you want to be hunted this early while we're here?
Ada gets a Benny.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Can I
oh god.
see him out the front door yet?
Yes, you can.
I am absolutely going to, lightly jog out. Well, hello! Are you our neighbors? I'm Sister May. It's a pleasure to meet you, mister.
Seeing you come out, kind of, ma'am, Maxim Heaston, Jerem's boy, looking at talking to your man here, who wanted to see my old man, and well, Jerem would like to see all of you down on Main Street.
Well,
Wants to introduce himself.
what a wait. He's the mayor, yes?
No. No.
Oh.
But the old man runs the town.
Oh.
Sort of
Oh,
the...
then isn't-
The,
Hospitality is just one of my favorites. Is there going to be tea? I don't know what it is. This place is so parching. I haven't been out in the desert in a while.
He looks kind of flustered at your cheeriness. Well, ma'am, no. Not exactly, but I'm sure we could provide you with some whiskey or wine or perhaps just water from the well.
Well, if it's good for the horses.
This is not scientific.
Leslie, you're playing a huckster, not a mad scientist.
Yeah, right. No.
So Aid, are you heading down then? Was that my assumption?
Yep. Come on, Leslie.
I
Put my arm in his so that it looks like he's escorting me. Maxim's, I mean.
I'm gonna leave my weapons out
Here.
of view in the house.
Okay, like in the dining room on the table.
Mm.
It's out of view of the front porch.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We leave guns. We leave giant ghost rock. I don't know the wisdom of this.
What choice do we have? You want to stay here by yourself? Not a good idea.
No. It's,
All
so I'm gonna just find. I'm gonna find.
Thank you.
right, Wickers, you can hear the door opens again, and you can hear the clear sound of Ada locking it behind her.
Good idea.
So, is the rest of your party?
Oh, he didn't
Oh,
know.
yes, sir.
Your sister here is mighty cordial and very respectful. Traits I encourage you all to share when you meet my father.
Respect is earned, boy.
Oh, this is not best tactic when talking to headstrong youth.
And then I'm going to start a steady stream of chatter the way down the road. I won't subject everyone else to that. But...
Wickers is going to give this little man, because
No, run
everybody
away.
him's
No.
little, he's going to give this little man an eye that clearly says, "She saved your life today."
You want to give me a...
Intimidation.
Yeah,
please.
go
I
ahead and give me an
believe.
intimidation roll. Let's see how this plays out.
15?
Oh,
yeah.
that's right there is a good roll.
Intimidate away.
You see at the last second, he backs down. He's not scared, but he's not confrontational anymore. He lets out 2 sharp whistles. Charles pulls the rifle. By the time you pass, you eventually are joined by him. Now he leads you down to Main Street to Heaston Mining Company. You can see there's signs in the window for offers on mines. There's warnings about the dangers of unionizing. And as you walk in, you can see that Heaston is there. Going over records with his attorney is what it looks like. The man seems wildly uncomfortable being
The
there.
attorney.
Yeah, the attorney does. Hold on, Angus. Good job, Max. Max puts his hat inside and kind of walks back out on the front porch where there's a few extra boys out there. Jerem says, "This here is Angus. Angus Steele, Esquire. Mr. Heaston, if you're..." "Shut up, Angus. Go in the back and take the records." So Angus folds up the large folio and heads back. "Heard you arrived last night. As I understand it, Sister May. Leslie. Didn't catch your name. And you, sir, according to my marshal, They're named Wickers. Whiskey? He reaches down and he pulls out a bottle and 5 glasses that kind of clink. None for you, Max. Stay out on the porch. Man's business.
Oh, snap.
Wickers smiles, and it's the most disturbing thing anybody's ever seen because it's the most wolfish smile that anybody could have. And he takes off his hat now, and he does respect this man. And he will take a seat and grab a glass.
He pours it out. He kind of looks at you as he gets to the last cup, puts his finger over the neck. Sister, you one of the...
Oh, I don't imbibe, but that is so kind of you to offer.
2 new acquaintances.
Acquaintances.
Leslie, it's not vodka,
No.
and it's not
Good.
brandy, but it is good whiskey.
Oh, well, then it's better than sharp sticking eye.
Listen, Chips filled me in that you may be looking to help. And listen, I'm not looking for friends, and I reckon you aren't either. You're just looking for a way to carry iron in town. But trust is earned. We each have our own business here in my town. Misunderstandings can happen. No need for things to escalate, though. So I figured I'd invite you over, say hello, make sure all our agendas run to no cross purposes. Chip says you're here looking for Buckles, is that right?
Yep.
You want to throw in with me and my boys? Me and Buckles didn't exactly get along. That man and Bob kept to themselves, wouldn't let me buy their mine.
Well, this is very simple business. In order for us to find them, we need to be able to get around. In order to get around unaccosted with our means of... My actual brain just completely shut down.
Negotiation?
I'm good. Our means of, negotiation. Thank you, Ada. We find that whoever it is that carries the biggest stick is usually the one to throw in with.
Listen, I'd rather not have to use any sticks. But I'll say, how about we make sure some of these purposes run in parallel, smoothly, like a train tracks. You do something for me, I'll give you the ability to carry iron in the town. Something simple, something that I know at least 2 of you would be open to. I've got several problems. Chip's as good as keeping the law inside the town, but he rather pisses weakly in the wind once you pass the borders. Arkansas 10, Harwell, of the Little Rock Irregulars. Man's been a thorn in my side for more months than I could count. You bring me his head, dead or alive, and in addition to the reward, I'll let you walk around with iron.
Well, must it be head or is...
It's what you might call a euphemism there, Leslie.
all
Bring the
you-
man in, dead or alive.
Oh, you were using a euphemism?
Oh, okay, now See, he would like to just bring head. I find it disgusting, and also I already have blood on my white shirt. What's the guy's
Well,
name
then-
who we're going after?
Then stand at least 20 yards away.
The guy
That
he
way
wants
the
you to go
blood splatter
after
won't hit you.
is Arkansas Ted
Arkansas.
Harwell. Ada.
Ringing a bell.
Ringing a bell. He's the leader of the Little Rock Irregulars.
Yeah.
Now listen, as I said, trust is earned, not given. I need you all to understand. This is my town, lock, stock, barrel. I know why you're here. You're here for Buckles. More or less. Ain't a thing that walks, crawls, or flies over this town that I don't know nothing about. Sure, Buckles wasn't his real name, because it's a rare individual who carries a Gatling pistol. And I happen to know Elmer Blaine down at the Aspen Lounge just added one to his collection. Now, if I were looking for the man who used to own such a weapon, I reckon I'd start there.
Which lounge was that?
Aspen Lounge.
Aspen Lounge.
Now, one other friendly piece of advice. As I said, ain't nothing in this town happens that I don't know about. It's both a warning and let's call it a carrot. Because I happen to know there's a man who was very interested when you walked into town. Man by the name of Colton Hayes. Or, as I think he used to go by, Captain Colton Hayes of the Confederate Army. Man with a handlebar mustache.
Ah,
And bad case of weak knees when he heard you rode into town.
Where?
Well, that's the thing. He left town this morning, riding north. My guess is that Colton has one of those independent minds that I was telling you about. Might be that you're the stone that kills two birds, Wickers. I don't know what business you have with Hayes, but I sure would be appreciated if you finished it.
Hayes,
Wickers
man.
stands up, dust off his hat, takes any unfinished glasses.
Oh, he'll
just-
pour you another one as he says all this.
Yeah, he just kind of slams it back. In that case, I'll be on my way. Puts on his hat and immediately turns around and start walking out. And he stops. By the way, tell your pup to not be swinging his daddy's dick around.
This is euphemism. I'm not too many euphemisms.
As you walk out, you clearly see Max has flushed, and all of the guys who are out front are kind of not looking at you or inside or at Max. They're studying the fine trellis work that is on the front of this house.
Makes direct eye contact and slightly tilts. About what time is it?
You're a little after noon. High noon has passed.
It's no longer high noon. Anyway, tilts his head ever so much so that enough shadow happens so that there's just a slight hint of the
Of
blue
that
gleam.
right there? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and
That was perfectly timed.
then he just kind of winks, which is very disturbing to see with a half eyelid.
Mhm.
And then he flicks his head up and he continues walking. He knows what he's here for.
All right. What are the rest of you guys doing while this happens? Like,
Oh yeah. I can't even imagine. That's what passes for negotiation, I guess, in our crew. And
apparently, Bob.
let it go.
Looks like you're like, huh? What? Oh.
Nobody took the reins.
We don't know
You should-
how much these bounties are? I mean, is it just the fact that we're going to be allowed to have weapons?
Oh no, the bounty. Heaston will let you know that the bounty on Arkansas is
Shit, how
3,000.
Yeah,
Dollars.
Wicker's already had the bounty information
Yeah.
for a lot of the
Yep.
irregulars.
Oh, I don't have that in my notes, but that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
$3,000. That's enough
Yeah.
to set up and walk away
In this day and age, yes.
if you were so inclined.
I just wanted to ask real quick. You said this Colton headed north. Is that where you would expect to find the rest of the irregulars?
Well, sort of. North of here is Uri, and there's Fort Bridger, kind of the northwest of here. You guys kind of all sort of know this, but you also know that the outlaws are in and around the area. Actually, you're a bounty hunter.
I am a bounty hunter.
Why don't you give me a common knowledge roll there?
Okay, my common knowledge is not great, but okay.
But you do get a D6.
Sounds like a
You
youth
get your
club.
wild card die.
I get a 4 this time.
A 4 is good enough. So here's the thing. You have heard there's something called the Outlaw Trail around here. It's an out-of-the-way route used by, well, names on the tin.
Those who don't want to be found.
You know that it stretches as far north as Montana and very far south. If you can find it, it's probably the best way to find people who are moving about the area, trying to stay. Going to Fort Bridger's probably not where most of these outlaws are going to be headed.
No.
Well, apologize for sending your man out there, but like I said, you're looking for Reeg. I'd go check the Aspen Lounge. Talk to
Appreciate it.
Elmer. Tell him I sent you.
Appreciate it. We'll be in touch when we find Arkansas Ted.
You bring him back, and I'll add a bottle of the finest whiskey in town on top of everything else. Man is a rabid dog. Put him
Could
down.
not agree more.
All right.
All right, so I guess we're gonna go find. I say we go and we're gonna talk to this guy who has the Gatling pistol, not just because he has something so cool as a Gatling pistol, but because it's the next thing down the road. I mean, bounties are all. Of course, we are doing this so y'all can carry guns, meaning you too. So, do we try and earn the ability to carry guns first, or we just go and try and find more about Reeg?
Again, the mystery, the reason you guys were all sent here is to find Reeg.
Find Reeg, but these guys think that they need their guns super, super duper bad.
I say we get more information first, and it might be too early to go to the Aspen Lounge, though.
No, we can try.
We can
I
try.
am for going to the Aspen Lounge because we are looking for Reed, and
Reeg.
for good or ill, Houston has given us some good information that it costs us nothing to follow up. It's here in town.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so are you going to try and catch up with Wickers? Are you going to let him stalk through the streets north?
He really likes stalking.
He
so,
does.
I mean, I just figure that we follow at a distance because he just thinks it makes him look cool. So
Yes. I am for going for cowboy lunch. Let's go.
Wickers, you stalk off. You hear the sounds of Leslie going, "We should go for cowboy lunch."
Aspen Lounge.
So, Wickers has some hindrances.
He does.
He is ruthless,
Mhm.
and he is on a path of vengeance.
Yes.
That cowboy lunch, useless to him. The death of this Captain
Now-
Colton.
Now remember, you do have a minor hindrance, and I'm not going to stop you if you head out. This is your decision, but it is a minor hindrance.
But the vengeful is major.
Right. And the vengeful is you don't let people get back up when you put them down. But if you're gonna head out, that is okay with me.
It is not optimal,
All right.
but it is true to character.
All right, Wickers. We'll come back to you here in a second. I would love you to give me a notice roll, and I'll let you know what happens when we come back around. So Leslie, Ada, and May, you see him walking north like a man on a mission.
It's bad
But-
for negotiation.
Y-
So,
You also know that while you're on 2nd Street, the Aspen Lounge is 1 block over, not too far away, and pretty easy to get to, over on 1st Avenue and Smith Street. So, as you get up there, you can hear the sound of people eating, a couple of bar fights breaking out, the sound of a bottle breaking. And as you walk in, you can see there is one guy who's desperately trying to get 2 people to stop fighting. And as you walk in, he takes an elbow to the face and blood just starts pouring out of his nose. And one of the guy who elbows him goes, "Oh, sorry, Elmer. It's just that you know how I am. Someone talks that way. I don't know. It's just yeah." And he kind of thumps the other guy 2 more times as he's apologizing to Elmer, and then drops the unconscious man on the floor. His jaw hits the table, and he slumps down. "Oh, Elmer, I'm really sorry. You okay?
this is
Hey, didn't you teach my 3rd grade class?" He points at you, Sister May. "If it wasn't you, it was someone dressed mighty close."
Well, you have a remarkable memory, young man. And did we speak at all during class about how we should treat other people? I
Like
think we did.
we want to be treated?
Oh, darling boy, you remembered.
His face just lights up. It's clear that this man has lived in a lot of fights. His nose is bulbous in like 3 different places. His ears are just rounds of cauliflower. But he gives you the biggest smile.
So I know that you're going to take that gentleman that you just knocked unconscious to the doctors and pay for his medical bills.
He kind of goes to say something and he looks down at his knuckles. "Yes, sister." And he picks him up, throws him over the shoulder.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Elmer is looking from the guy to you to the blood in his hand. Oh.
Does he faint?
He looks like he's about to faint at the sight of his own blood.
I'm going to rush to him and heal then.
All right, give me your prayer.
Doopy doopy doo. Go Faith. Go Faith. It's your birthday.
It's
Oh,
not
nice.
Christmas.
8.
All right. Oh. See you later, Phantom. Who in the... He looks at you.
Did it stop? Oh, I'm so glad.
I can't say that I'm not grateful, but I don't know any of you. Thank you, sister.
Me, I'm Sister May, and these are my lovely friends. We are so glad to be in your adorable lounge.
Jerem Heaston sent us your way. He thought you might have some information.
Oh, and that too.
What did Jerem want?
He mentioned that you might have some information about some weapons that have come into your hands lately.
Or Blaine's hands, specifically.
Well, that's me. What kind of weapons? Can I interest you in a Taos Lightning, a Skull Blender, or perhaps the Red Eye? Makes a hummingbird spit into a rattlesnake's eye.
Does any of this colorful drink have vodka anywhere in it?
You've heard of the Red Eye.
I have not.
So what is this that you
He's shaking the okay.
that you that Jerem sent you to me? This thing is smoking, and a little bit dropped on the bar, and it hissed, and he slides it over to you.
Don't drink that.
Maybe amazing. I don't know.
Wicker senses
Wicker
senses regrets.
I'm gonna stand more than arm's length away.
I'm very adventuresome when it comes to vodka, so I'm just going to go ahead. And a gentleman does not shoot the small glasses; he sips. So
Sure.
go ahead, keep talking.
We are interested in the disappearance of Mr. Reeg.
Yeah. Ooh, not Reeg. Buckles.
No,
No.
Buckles.
Oh, Buckles. Sorry. I'm tired.
No, it's all right. Well, I mean, listen.
Mr. Houston mentioned you could be very helpful.
Are you? I mean, Ada, I'm noticing your body language. Are you trying to like strong arm this guy a little bit? Give him the.
No.
Okay.
He's
Not yet.
faced with a man who will drink anything, a nun, and an unknown quantity. She's just gonna soft
Right.
pedal this a little.
All right. Well, why don't you give me a persuasion roll then? You can either persuade him, or you can try and use Heaston's name like a club.
I mean, I don't know how threatening Houston has been to him in the past.
He definitely like went pale at the mention of the name Heaston.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
Thanks for that.
I will try persuasion first.
All right, give me a persuasion test.
Do I like this drink that I'm drinking? Is that a thing that I would like because there's vodka in it, or in spite of it?
Give me a call, even or odd, Bob.
Even.
It is delicious and it
Oh.
is strong.
Oh, okay. I let that play over my features as I continue to sip.
What'd you get, Ada?
I'm gonna spend a Benny to roll again because it didn't go well.
Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
Like I don't
I'm
even have.
extremely persuasive because I've got 2 6s right now.
And John Doom is giving Ada a Benny as well.
Ooh,
can
Ada,
save
you don't
you.
have to spend yours. John gave you the Benny for that.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
I've got a 21. I'm extremely
Dang.
persuasive.
Fine. You're right. You caught me. I bought that Gatling gun from that gal they've got over in lockup at the Hooskow. It's such a good price, and it's a Gatling gun. How should I know where she got the dang thing? But if Heaston says Buckles owned it before, then who am I to argue with Heaston? Please tell him I did not argue with him.
Oh, I'll
Anyway,
be
they're
sure to-
planning to ship her off this evening to Evanston for trial.
Trial for what?
Probably too good to be true, and he sets a Gatling pistol on the table or on the bar.
As much as I love the pronoun game, we don't know who her is. You just give us her name. That would be amazing.
Oh, sorry. You're new.
That's the most saccharine passive aggressiveness I've ever heard.
Agnes Kenny. Well, they call her Scarlet. They got her locked up. Locked up in
On-
the jail.
Does she have a charge or?
Oh, yeah. She's a member of the Ghost Steel gang.
Steal as in thievery or steal as in blades?
Steel as in blades. Ghost Steel is a mad scientist invention. It is a lightweight and extremely tough metal. And I'm going to give Restar Mr. Gatlin's gun. That's good. That's worth a Benny tonight, sir. The Ghost Steel gang, you know from what Wickers told you, they're wanted for cattle rustling. Doesn't look like they've killed anybody yet. The bounties were only in the couple hundreds. But she's the one who sold it to me, so, you know.
She's the only one in lockup, or is there a gang
Oh.
there?
I don't know if there's a gang there, but... No. Myron's there. Good money Myron's there. Is it... If he's awake, he's there. If he's sleeping, he's there. If he's just woken up, he's usually here drinking to then start the cycle anew.
So Myron's not locked up.
Yeah, Myron's locked up in the way that, you know...
Ah,
It's the drunk tank.
It is the drug take, Leslie.
Gotcha. Okay.
thank you, Leslie. This is clearly something that I don't get. That's fine.
Yay. Okay. Well.
And I
would
will take the Gatlin gun and stuff it in my habit.
What?
Euphemism?
Wait, what?
We're still doing phrasing. So I would like another red eye before we go, and I will. Yeah. This is going to be amazing. I don't know what my constitution is, but this stuff is too good.
He will make you one, and I'm going to need a vigor test from you, Bob,
We're good.
at
Yeah.
-2 for your second one.
For my second one.
Your second
Oh yeah.
drink,
That's right. Let's go ahead and I'm going to spend a Benny because that was terabad. Yep, okay, yeah, a 4, which is not good because you 2 minus 2, correcto?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
-2, so
so-
you got a 4 total.
Fail.
All right. Well, good sir, you are distracted
Okay.
till you sober up.
Which
You can
makes it-
see Leslie's got real red cheeks. Nose is a little red. A little
does
slurring your...
Yeah, what does distracted mean in game terms?
It's a -2 to your rolls.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
worse than shaken.
Yes. Well, shaken means you don't get a turn if you don't make your test.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my. Shush.
Get that.
Okay. -2.
All right.
What was Wicker supposed to notice back then?
Right.
Oh,
He-
I'm gonna finish that up there. Do you guys want to go do anything else in town before I jump
Well-
over to Wickers?
We're gonna
It's
head to
gonna
the
be
jail, but
Jailbreak.
So we will do a scene wipe. You guys are at the jail, and you know, Chip's kind of nods. Where's the other one? The one with.
The face? Oh, we all have faces.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk to Miss Scarlet.
Do what you want. She won't tell you anything. But Easton says you're helping us out with a couple of problems, so I don't see any reason why I shouldn't. And as you guys go in there, you can see there is definitely sort of like the stereotypical portly miner in just the one long underwear,
Oh, okay.
puke bucket,
Must be Myron.
snoring to high heaven. Definitely chunks of something in his beard.
Oh man.
And in the other one, there's someone who's whittling with her fingernail on a soft piece of wood.
Impressive.
Who the hell are you?
We're new in town.
Congratulations.
I don't think she means it.
Thank you. We hear
Hi.
you're
Blue
Send
ribbon
out-
to the prize pig.
I'm not-
Sorry, Ada, what did you say?
getting sent out of here tonight.
That's the rumor. But I don't know nothing. I'm innocent. Mistakes like this happen all the time.
Sure do. Too bad you don't know anything. We could be quite helpful if you were helpful.
And what is it that you expect me to know?
Elmer spoke to us about a Gatling gun.
What about a Gatling pistol?
We are interested in the previous owner.
Well, if I did know anything about that, I'd first have to tell you that anyone who suggested I sold a weapon inside of Heaston Hill, Headstone Hill, is a damn dirty liar.
Elmer said nothing about selling.
Perfect. However, if you want to know more about the man who may have been carrying such a thing, best prepare your last will and testament. You'll have to go looking for the Ghost Steel gang. Above my pay grade, but I will let you know. I'm not the only one who is interested in belts. You know what I mean.
No.
You mean buckles, don't you? Like belt buckles. That's so adorable.
God, Bud's gonna eat you alive.
Thank you, Sister May.
Bud. He may know something, assuming he'll talk with you. Ada, you know from looking at the wanted posters that Bud, Ghost Steel Bollock, is the leader of the Ghost Steel gang. You also noticed as you came in from the wanted posters that Wickard shared with you that these guys are up near Yuri.
Mhm.
So kind of in the northerly direction from here.
One last question, Miss Scarlet.
Just Scarlet.
Just Scarlet. You know anything about what do I want to call the alternate routes?
I don't know. What do you want to call the alternate routes?
I'm thinking out loud. The routes that might be more useful for those with unofficial business.
Listen. I'm not one to say much about anything. Best in our line of work to keep our traps shut. But I'll let you know what's in it for me.
See what I can do about not having you sent. somewhere where they may care more about the letter of the law.
Well, I'm certain she's hoping for that, because then once she's out in the open, then her gang can come and rescue her. Is that not the plan?
Can you please tell your cheery friend to keep her voice down? Marshall's drunk, not deaf.
Well, I did.
Oh.
What kind of lock is on this thing? Is it a barrel?
It is not a barrel lock. Good question. All right. Listen. Go up near Yuri. Look for my old gang. They'll get you directions to the path you seek.
Appreciate it. We will do our best to not interfere further.
Any interference would be greatly appreciated.
Very good.
All right, now I need all of you three to give me a notice roll. Are you planning on, what's the plan? Are you going after Wickers, or are you heading towards Yuri? I ask only because we're coming near the end of our session. I want to know where you guys are going to be at headspace-wise for next week.
I rolled a double 1, so that should be an indication of...
Oh, that's a critical failure, Bob. That's fantastic.
Especially for a huckster like me.
Yeah, you're not even really sure where you are at this point.
No.
You know what you notice? You know what you notice? Like, as you go to, like, figure out what you're going to do, the light comes from the clouds part, and the sunlight comes through the barred window, and it catches Scarlet's red hair, and you know, you have never seen a more lovely creature in all of God's green earth.
I find I have to tell you that I do have Trouble Magnet as well. Is that...
Yeah, that's
why I'm
definitely
calling
playing
you?
in here. Definitely
Okay.
playing in here.
Okay, that's amazing.
Ada and May, what did you get?
And he's at -2. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Yeah, like
I get a
that.
10.
You got a 10? Ada, what'd you get? 4? All right, the two of you can go after Wickers, should you choose. We'll pick that up next week, and we're going to end with Wickers, the moon's out, your Manitou's up, and you can clearly see, or you feel the moonlight just ripping through your skin as you stalk Haze. Give me a notice roll.
Is this the one that you wanted earlier?
This is the one that you... Oh, you got a 17? Perfect. You've been stalking north. You've been looking. You found a trail. You found boots. A gate that you definitely recognize. You follow it up, a narrow footpath that you find about 300 feet off the trail. Winding halfway up, the benches slope to a dense stand of pines. You see several things at once. You see a big hole in the hillside with piles of dirt and rock around it, and a beat-up mechanical mule with picks and shovels leaned against it, all scattered around, panning trays and all of the paraphernalia ghost mining operation. And you see a man on the ground with a shovel swinging. Old man. Kind of got a wide eye. He says, I said it once, and I said it a dozen times. I ain't selling. And you can see a man standing over this old man, and he pulls out a gun. He said, for the last time, Bob, I ain't here for your claim. I'm here for what I left in the cave. I have powerful need of it. Because that thing has found me. As the moonlight...
You don't need it. And at that point, he takes off his hat and says, you're not gonna need it anymore.
we will start off next week with Hayes spinning and trying to get the draw on our very own Wickers. All right.
Gonna have one of those.
All right, everyone. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Did you guys have fun with the session tonight?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. So we will be back next Monday with possibly the end of the first act of the Horror at Headstone Hill. A wonderful, amazing, just totally fun campaign put out by the people at Pinnacle Entertainment for the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition setting. It is a lot of fun. We're enjoying the mystery. We're enjoying the suspense and the horror. And it's only going to get deeper as we go forward. Also, at the end of next session, we will be doing it. I will be handing out advancements and walking my players through how to set that up. Now, I happen to know that is hopefully, it is tomorrow. And if it's not, that Pinnacle will put in here. There is a new Savage Worlds product coming to Kickstarter here soon. It will be the Fantasy Companion, the Advanced Player's Companion for the Savage Pathfinder setting rules set part of.
Yeah.
I'm getting my stuff in tomorrow, so I will know more on Thursday when I do an unboxing on Behind the Screen. But I am really, really excited to see the new stuff that they are putting out for Savage Pathfinder. If you like their stuff, please go over to. We'll put the link in the show notes for Pinnacle's website. You can get a ton of great products on their website. Yes, and the Curse of the Crimson Throne Adventure Path. How could I forget that? It is coming to Kickstarter tomorrow. Thank you, Pinnacle. So we are Iconic Production. If you like what we do, we're going to be back here tomorrow night. We're going to be doing our Torg Eternity game, the FET 5, but we will be back here next Monday with even more Deadlands Adventures Horrors at Headstone Hill. Bob, we have a fellow Midwestern friend in John. John, I'm from Chicago. Bob's from Wisconsin. And so, yeah. Always good to see
Cincinnati.
fellow Midwesterners. Yeah, it's Cincinnati. And as Pinnacle just pointed out, buy Bob's cards. Go to darkpatina.com. They are amazing. They are fantastic. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. They tell a story. If you want more information, you can go to darkpatina.com, and there is a link to the Kickstarter video where you can hear Bob explain what's cool about these cards. So, I know exactly where Racine is, John. That's actually some of our old stomping grounds. So, tomorrow I start a series on Behind the Screens. We do Behind the Screen twice a week at 10 a.m. in the morning, where we just talk game design. We're starting to look at fantasy, different genres, and what games kind of best and mechanics best exemplify those genres. If you'd like to join us, come on over. If you are here, please consider following here on the Iconic Production Twitch channel, or if you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment. We will answer all of them. And thank you, as always, to Pinnacle for being the sponsor of this show. We will be back in 1 week to play more Deadlands. So, until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay gaming. We will see you all in a week. Have a great one.